Hello? Matt, are you there? We have to record the podcast. Piece of shit.
Coming to you all the way from Norfolk, Virginia, Go On Podcast presents How Embarrassing with Molly and Jeff.
How embarrassing!
How embarrassing! How embarrassing!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to How Embarrassing. It's the podcast where we talk about all of our embarrassing lives. My name's Molly.
And I'm Jeff.
And here we are.
And here we are.
I didn't think we would make it, but we did.
No, it took throwing some mulch at a window, going into a door that led to a hallway that I did not know existed in this mansion of a house.
It truly felt like Matt Cole was like my high school girlfriend who was ignoring me.
It's like, I know he's home.
We're knocking, we're calling, we're like, Matt, we're here.
And he was sleeping.
He was snoozing.
I'm a little angel.
I feel a little bad that we woke you up.
That's cool. That's cool.
I picture you sleeping upside down like a vampire. Like
I do have a coffin.
from the ceiling.
So let's get into it.
Let's freaking get it.
Do you have an
bro.
embarrassing story, Molly?
Do you have one ready? Because I
Sure.
have to look at my list.
Yeah. So, as a little child, I was very shy.
Aw. Baby Jeff.
And then I was at the grocery store with my mother,
Uh-huh.
and I ventured off a little bit, which I usually do not do as a little child.
Mhm.
I stick by her side.
Yeah.
And then
baby duck's got to stick with the mama duck.
yeah, so I was like exploring the chip aisle or something,
Ooh.
and like someone talked to me and it scared me. So I ran and I like hugged my mom's legs because I was so tiny.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hear a voice that is not my mom's voice. And I look up and it was not my mom.
No.
I like frantically looked around for my mom. It was like a foot away and like ran over crying to her.
So I was at a play with my mom and my sister and my neighbor when I was in middle school. And me and my mom were walking like arm in arm, and I like looked over at something and like unhooked with my mom and like was looking at something, and then I like walked back and linked back up with her and was walking around, and I looked across the room and I saw my mom and my sister and my neighbor like pointing at me and laughing, and I looked over and I was linked up with like a random old dude in a suit.
He just went with
I
it.
got so embarrassed.
Oh my God.
That's
How old
like
were you?
the worst. I was like in like 6th or 7th grade. Like I was old, and it was.
He should have said something when
I
the little
know.
girl came up and like.
And there was
hooked
like
arms with
another
him.
time where I like held hands with someone that I thought was my grandpa, but it was a different grandpa. It's weird and it's awkward.
It's awful. I
Yeah.
hate it.
Ring the bell.
Oh, because there was a grandpa with a little girl, and this is an
And a man in a
anti-pedophile.
suit,
He
yeah.
probably thought I was hot. I was pretty cute back then.
Gross.
You know, middle school is a really good time for girls. They always look great.
Jesus.
Oh, geez. Well, hack up a lung, why don't you?
Should we? Was that your story? You just went with that one?
That'll be my story.
Okay.
Because I feel that holding someone who is not your person to hold can be kind of weird. It can be kind of spooky, right?
Yeah.
Spooky, scary. Ooh.
Boys becoming men. Men becoming wolves.
This is
Now we're just
This episode-
doing lines from 30 Rock.
this episode is fucked.
Yeah. I blame Matt for sleeping.
I know Matt was we didn't explain that, but Matt was asleep and we had to wake him up in an extreme way.
Should we?
And that's all the detail.
That's all you want to give?
Yeah.
All right. Is it time for an ad break?
Please.
Yeah.
is it time for the sponsored ad break?
Yes. So, a friendly reminder, if you support us on Patreon at the $5 level, you can pick one of the ads and have your own personal ad, and we will advertise anything. So this is one of our Patreon ads.
Yeah, this ad is brought to you by Austin Gamlin.
Yes.
Hey, Sally.
Hey, it's me, Sally.
Hey, do you have problems being awesome and being secret?
Yeah, I honestly struggle a lot with secretivity.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you also have problems using a weapon that looks like a kitchen knife but has little forks coming off of the side?
Sure do.
Well, that's good because we have a great product for you that totally makes sense.
Tell me about it, stud.
Well, it's called Silly Sally's Standard Super Secret CIA Style Psi. It's
What?
great.
Wait, what's that name? One more time?
Silly Sally's Standard Super Secret CIA Style Psi.
Silly Sally's Standard Super Secret CIA Style Psi.
So I guess the product is just a Psi, which is that weapon that
What's
like
a Psi?
it's like a thin ninja
It's a thin
knife.
ninja.
It's like a
It's like a thin ninja.
like a pokey knife.
a pokey knife.
Yeah.
Like a Pokemon?
Like a sword, like a mini sword. They always have one in each
Cool.
hand.
Okay.
So I guess
Silly Sally's Standard Super Secret CIA Style Psi.
yeah, I guess she makes Psis
It's
and
a
you can buy them.
Proud sponsor of the How Embarrassing podcast.
I kind of wish that I could just give him the $5 back and not have to do this.
No way, we need that money.
Okay, I
we
guess
can't
you're right.
give that
Okay.
back.
Well, hopefully he comes up with better ads in the future because he's tanking this podcast right now.
Yeah, the ads are usually so good. so-
Yeah, that's why people tune in. But
People tune in for the ads.
you can thank Austin Gamlin for that ad.
Thanks, Austin Gamlin, for that ad. Silly Sally's Super Secret CIA. Whoa! We got producer Matt Cole on the bongo.
Oh,
Shit, he's silly when he just woke up from his nap.
yeah.
I like this. This is fast and loose.
All right. Wow.
I just burped into this microphone and I'm so sorry.
Let's get to our guest.
Please, for the love of God, someone take the wheel.
Someone.
Okay,
So our guest is Jesus.
yeah. Okay, so you know her from having 2 children.
I once saw her pick up a car with mother strength.
I once saw her son's penis.
That's true. That's true. Anti-pedophile.
It wasn't in
Yeah,
a good
good.
way.
Jesus.
It was bad. I want to be clear that it was bad. Anyway, our guest today, Erin Lindstrom.
That was the most embarrassing introduction I've ever had. Thank you.
Yeah,
Was it good?
are you embarrassed to be here?
Yeah, I just shrunk a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We all do.
my aura can feel that.
Oh, I love that. You know so much about stuff. Like you're always like telling me about my aura and like the map of my heart and like my birth time.
Your birth time.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you about it. I'm asking you about it.
She knows it all. She's famously a mother. You've heard her. You've heard her mentioned before. So she knows about birth times and auras.
That pretty much
Cool.
sums me up.
Yeah, she's a birth aura.
What is like? I think I was born at like 7 a.m.
So I need more than just your birth
Yeah.
time.
Oh, okay.
Gosh, Jeff.
Actually, I already have your chart like on my phone, I think. So I have like a
what?
yeah. Were you born in Honolulu?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
What the fuck? What is happening?
People just tell me things about themselves.
Jeff-
And a lot of times they're like, "Oh my god, what's happening?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's my aura."
It's like-
Jeff is literally so horny for telling people he was born in Hawaii. It's ridiculous.
Are you saying it wasn't special that he told me?
And then he had a childhood in Belgium where he like partied with goats and ate chocolate. I don't know.
Accurate.
It's like a whole thing.
Magical.
Yeah.
And look at how that turned you into this fine podcast host, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We have very different childhoods and we ended up in the same place. How does that make you feel? Pretty cool.
Yeah, it feels good.
All right.
How does it feel? Feels good.
Okay.
Do you believe in life after love?
What is happening?
I don't know.
I
Erin,
think we're still in Matt
terrible.
Cole's dream.
I'm in a bad aura.
yeah, I think that course.
My freaking feng shui is off.
Yeah, can you fix our oars
Help.
and my mouth?
I'll bring sage next time. My palms are sweating. I'm nervous right now.
Oh, no.
Whoa, knees
Oh
weak?
my
gosh.
God. Yeah, there's vomit on my sweater already.
Is that you had spaghetti for dinner?
Yeah, my mom made it.
Oh my god.
I feel like we've had that exact exchange on this podcast
That's
before.
embarrassing.
I know.
Yeah.
This
That's right.
We're running
I'm
out.
not even
Listen.
original.
Listen, we're trying our damnedest to do a good podcast, but boy, it's hard when you're in Matt Cole's dream.
Yeah. This is Matt Cole's dream episode.
Yeah, welcome to the dream. You could say we're living the dream.
Yeah, I think that like we were knocking on his window,
Yeah.
and we think that we got inside and everything, but some gas leaked out, and we
Yeah.
we just passed out, and
We're,
we're
like,
now
in
in
the
the
trash
dream with
cans.
them.
I know.
Yeah, we're just
We
laying
really
by the
just-
trash.
I like to picture us just magic school busing ourselves like into Matt's ear and his brain.
We should go look in his room. I bet his body's still in his bed.
Whoa!
I'm freaked out. I'm freaked out. I am officially tripping, baby.
So, Erin,
Yeah, back to you.
do you get embarrassed easily?
Like, yes and no. Not for long.
Okay, like in the moment,
Yeah, like I'll feel the feelings of embarrassment, but I can usually like
get over
get
it?
over it. Yeah.
right? Cool.
With a little namaste action, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, she's freaking nasty up in this biatch.
Did you say namaste?
Yeah.
I'm kind of into that.
It's
If I had a
namaste.
screen name, that
Yeah.
would be it.
Oh,
It's
namaste.
namaste, but a little nasty.
Yeah, girl.
Woo.
I feel like
Nasty.
you see me.
I honestly, you know what? I do. I see you right now. This podcast sucks.
Yeah, I'm tired of listening to this. Can we put on like Comedy Bang Bang or something?
You know what, though? I think that we really should make merch, and I'm going to commit myself to doing that.
I would be in.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think it would be fun? Okay, callers, call in with your ideas for merch, even though I already have the ideas. Thanks.
All right.
Erin.
So we'll put the phones live for the rest of this
Yeah,
podcast.
the phones are live. If
So
you want
they
to
can-
call in, you tell me on my phone. Or just text my sister. You have her number.
Very true.
Yeah.
Let's get into a embarrassing story.
Yeah, I'm ready to get knee deep into this story.
Ooh.
Aaron,
Oh.
you're the one who's
Got
supposed
it.
to
That's
tell
you.
it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to
Yeah,
tell
you're
the
the one.
story.
All
That's
right.
your cue.
Do you guys consider yourselves good at flirting?
No.
To be honest, people always think that I'm trying to hook up with them, but really it's just my personality. Like people are always like, I think Molly Graham wants to fuck me. And I'm like, oh, I just was talking too
Yeah.
nicely to you.
Right.
And it doesn't help that I kiss people in the mouth.
Yeah. I call that mixed messages.
Yeah. Or
No,
just grab their
I-
dick at a pool party.
Yeah, my pool party,
Yeah.
not my dick.
Yeah. I might, hypothetically, those are ways that I interact.
All right.
And so yeah, I'm pretty good at
Okay, well,
to
like,
answer your question.
I'm a good flirt.
By the way, that was just Erin's like intro to her story, not an introduction to your story. I just want to put that
I
out
thought this
there.
whole thing was about Molly. I was just setting her up.
She,
Ollie, you?
she asked the question. I went, no. And then Molly went on a fucking 3-paragraph tangent.
Like, funny you should ask.
Okay, well, me neither. Oh my God. Or like, I don't know. I don't think like in the way that you're supposed to. Like, it still works and is very effective. I have 2 kids, but
Word.
not in the normal way.
And you know how you have to get kids.
How?
The pull-out method. In
Yeah.
my case.
That's right.
I'm glad this is going to live on for eternity.
Erin has kids.
Anyway, I do famously.
She's famously a mom.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, so it's college. I'm in college. I went to school in Boston. And
Whoa.
yeah,
Which one?
Northeastern.
Oh.
Not impressed. Okay, cool.
I've heard of it.
Not Harvard.
Well,
Thanks for
yeah,
asking.
that's what like people try to say when they
MIT.
want like that second question.
No, I
of,
didn't
like
want
Harvard
it, but
or
thank you
MIT
so much
or
for
I've heard of
doing
it.
it.
there's like 6 great colleges. Which one? And I
Northeastern.
never heard of it.
I've
Cool.
heard of it. I know someone who went there. She's not a friend.
All right, I'll have more story if you want it. You
Yeah. Yeah.
God, fuck us. We're the worst.
Okay,
people.
so in college, I studied international affairs and elementary education, but all of my friends were architecture students. And so I would like spend a lot of time in the architecture studio, and I just had a group of architecture friends. And so one day they were all going paintballing.
What an
And-
architect thing to do.
See it totes. I don't even know how like that emerged, but whatever. So we all decided to go paintballing, and there's this guy coming with us, whose name is Matt. And
Shout out.
right,
This
Matt
really
Cole
is
in a
Matt
different
Cole's
life.
world.
Yeah, but this now I wish I said a different name. But anyway, he was like 6 foot something. Like he was like a really tall, big dude.
God.
And so we go paintballing, and we're like there's probably 8 or 10 of us. And I've never done this before. And like I'm not a gun household person and whatever.
Sure.
So he's like talking to me, like we go in, we do a thing, and like my body hurts because I've been shot a number of times. But I'm also like, okay, cool. I got to like talk to him now. And so I'm like, we're all holding our guns and like standing around. And, you know, they give you like the safety tutorial before it. And like, they're like, do this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, cool, whatever. So I'm standing there with him, and we're like talking, and I like have my gun like kind of like up against his like
Ooh, and you
side
don't
of
have
his
the little
stomach.
stopper in the barrel.
And
that you're
we're
supposed
just
to.
like playing, and so I go to like play shoot him, but my safety's not on. So I shoot him point blank.
Oh, no.
And because he's like this giant man, he just kind of like looks at me and like inhales and is like, because he just took a paint bullet to his side. And I just like looked at him and was like, oh my God, I'm dying. Like in that moment, I got small and he got even taller.
Yeah.
And it was pretty terrible. And he had this like crazy mark on his side that like,
yeah,
it was real bad.
hurt a lot.
That hurts.
Yeah, so it never worked out between us.
That's so weird.
Makes sense.
But I did make him a cake the next day.
Aw.
Yeah, that it had stick figures on it, and it said, "Sorry, I shot you."
That's awesome.
That's really nice.
I thought so. I was really trying to make amends.
Did you like throw it in his face or something?
No, I
or-
just
was
gave
he,
it to him.
Was he
Like,
allergic to it?
No, he said thank you, but still never quite got there.
Yikes.
Do you think it was the
I think
shooting?
it was I think there was potential before that.
Before the
But
shooting.
some people have different stopping points, and for some it's when she shoots you.
Yeah, I hate it when I'm like falling in love and I shoot the guy and he gets weird.
I know, it's really uncomfortable. I wish I could say that was the only time that's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woof.
Wow.
Woof. Meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So
I've got more.
You do?
Jesus Christ.
what is?
God. What's happening?
Yeah, let's hear another story.
Yeah, I can tell you.
hit
I
me
feel
with
really
them.
good right now. I feel like when I leave here, my self-esteem is just going up. Cool. So another college story.
Yes.
So I had a dorm room my freshman year, and I was in an.
At Northeastern University.
Thank you.
Never heard of
Shout
it.
out alumna. They're very excited that I get to represent
Yeah.
them like this.
Go Eagles. What are they?
I don't even know what we are. Oh, the Huskies. The Huskies.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Go
They like
Huskies.
canceled football while I was a student, so
What?
it wasn't a big sports school.
Oh.
That's not the embarrassing part.
My college mascot was a seagull.
What?
Go Seagull. Sammy the Seagull. He was a seagull that wore a sweater with an S on it.
That feels not tough.
Did he like have cancer or something? Why would a seagull have a sweater?
To keep
Immunodeficiency disorder or something? Like, what is it? I'm cold.
I don't know, but I freaking love it. Sammy for life, baby. I'm a Sammy girl.
Sammy died last year. I just looked it up.
That's not true. You didn't even know the college name.
Yeah, he died with Mr. Peanut.
You don't even know the name of the college.
Yeah, I do. It's the same name as those gross steaks.
That's actually true. Good job.
Salisbury.
Salisbury.
Yeah.
Shout out, friend of the pod.
This is the college episode.
Sammy the Seagull, friend of the pod.
Yeah.
So you were in college.
So I was in college.
Yeah.
And,
honestly, I'll shut up. I'm sorry.
So I had an economy triple, which means like 3 of us were in the smallest room possible for the least amount of money.
Yeah.
And my friends did not live in the same place. And it was like I think it must have been like MLK long weekend because both of my roommates were gone. And it was like a big deal that I had the room to myself. So my friend Lindsay and I were going to this party at another school nearby. Yeah.
Harvard.
MIT.
No.
Boston University.
No.
Boston College.
It was the pharmacy one.
Boston, Mass.
I don't even remember what it's called.
Pharmacy.
MCP. Mass College of Pharmacy.
I would have never known that.
Yeah. So we were going to like pick up some pharmacists in training.
Love that.
Nice. Get them
So
pills.
yeah, you get it. So I took a shower and I went back into my room and I'm wearing a bathrobe. And I'm like jamming, listening to music and like getting
Nice.
ready and like
we do.
yeah, and like
Enjoying the place to yourself.
yeah. And so like I think I was putting on makeup and I like take off the robe and I'm just like naked because you can never be naked alone in college when you live with 2 other women in a shoebox.
Right.
And Eminem comes on and I was like, I don't want to listen to this. So I walk over to my desk and I sit down for a second and I go to change it, but the world stops spinning for a moment. And I stand up and realize I have sat on my warm, hot hair straightener
No.
that I had turned on and left on the seat.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I stand up and then a couple seconds later, I just hear this and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And I look down and it's the straightener with my skin on it.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, but it gets worse, right? So so it's really painful too, by the way. Like you're in shock, but then you're like,
Right.
not good. So my friend Lindsay, who's like waiting for me to go to this party to find our husbands, she calls me and she's like, are you ready? And I'm like, Linz, something happened. Like, and P.S. I met her 4 months ago. Like, this is a new friendship.
Yeah.
It's our freshman year of college. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, something happened. She's like, what happened? I'm like, I sat on my straightener and she's like, oh God, that sucks. So like, do you want to look at apartments tomorrow? And I was like, I'm going to call you back because I'm like, shaking and like crying. So I call my mom naturally and I'm like, Mom, something happened. It's the worst thing I've ever done. And she's like, oh my God, thinking I like took a bunch of drugs. And I was like, I sat on my hair straightener. And she was like, oh my God, Erin, I'm calling an ambulance. And I was like, do not call an ambulance. Like now you're fucking with me because like this is the worst thing already. And like, I can't handle that. I'm like, give me a minute. So I call Lindsay back. I'm like, you need to come over because like, I can't, this is bad. She's like, fine. So she comes over and I'm like, hi. I like pull a skirt up over myself because I can't put pants on. Go downstairs to sign her into my building because it's a dorm. We go upstairs and I'm like, listen, I know we're like new friends, but like, I have to show you my ass. And she's like, yeah, show me. And so I show her and this, you know, she like did not get it until I show her. And she's like, oh my God. She's like, we have to go to the hospital. Like, we can't go to the party. And I'm like, I know. Like, so we decided to go to the children's hospital.
Wait. Why?
Because we were 18 and like that felt like the safest thing to do.
Oh my
like my
God.
parents aren't there. I don't fucking know how to do this. You know what I mean? And it's also the closest one to yeah. So
Because you don't know how to do a hospital, you go to the children's one, and they're like, they'll
they'll
hold
take
my
care of
hand.
me.
It's for starters.
Yeah.
You sit on a fire truck.
you listen. So first Lindsay's friend Nikki comes over because she's going to the party with us too, and I've now met her one time. Like we're just becoming friends, and so Nikki comes upstairs and she's like, "Show me it," and I'm like, okay. So I show her. She's like, fuck. She's on the phone with her mom. And she's like, we got to go right now. So we get in a cab, which I have to kneel in because I can't sit or anything. So I'm just like looking out the window like a dog. And we get to Children's Hospital and they're like, what happened? And I'm like, I sat on a hair straightener. And so they think that I've tried to hurt myself. Number one, they're very concerned that this was like
my
a self-harm
God.
thing. I'm like, trust me, this is not what I would do. Trust. Like,
Who
and so
hurts themselves like that?
I would cut myself, idiot.
seriously. So we're like standing in the room, and like doctors come in, and Nikki and Lindsay are like, do you want us to go? Do you want us to stay? Like, we're here. I'm like, we'll stay. So there's like selfies of us like in the hospital room and all this shit.
Oh,
and
my
the doctors
God.
come in, and I think it was a man who was talking to us, and he was like, listen, this doesn't happen here very often. This is a pretty unique situation. Would you mind if we brought all of the interns in to learn? Because this is a learning hospital. And I was like, oh, yes, that's fine. Sure. So a flock of doctors come in as they peeled the skin off of my ass and bandaged it up. And I had to go home for a little while because I like couldn't clean it and all that shit myself, and I got out of a lot of essays and stuff. But then after that, it was like a party trick where like we'd be drunk at parties and I'd just like show my scar.
Wait a minute. Do you still have it?
No,
It's gone.
It's gone?
Yeah.
Completely.
You want to check it out?
Yes.
Well, we know what we're gonna do for the picture for the episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that was fucking embarrassing.
Oh my God.
That sucks. That sounds painful.
It wasn't cute.
All the interns. I love that. That's happened to me.
I feel
as
like
a
they learned a
doctor,
lot that
too.
day.
I've had interns in the room where I'm like,
For what?
Okay, so actually, no, I'm not supposed to talk about myself.
No, you can.
Okay, I'll do it.
Beg me.
When I got my IUD put in, I was in college and I went to the Wicomico County Health Department because they would do it for free. And so I was getting my IUD put in, and the woman walks in and she's like, do you mind if the interns come in and watch? And I thought it would be like 2 interns. It was 6 people. 6 people walk in the room. And then the interns were assisting. And they're like they got their tools all in. I'm like, super exposed. And they're like doing this. At one point, a woman drops a tool like inside of me while they're doing the procedure. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That must have hurt so bad. Like, to be honest, I didn't feel anything. I was like, whatever. Like, I guess I'll unpack these issues later. Like, we're not, but yeah, it was a room full of 8 people put my IUD in when I was 19 years old. Like, just like,
That's
okay,
jeez.
here we are. And then I walked home.
You walked home?
Yeah, I didn't have a car.
Yeah, this is why I don't go to the doctor. All these things.
Yeah.
Like, the doctors are terrifying.
Yeah, I agree. Doctors really scare me. I have horrible anxiety centered around doctors.
Yeah.
I've always thought I was going to die.
They don't want you to be healthy. That's
You
how
are
they make
gonna
their
die.
money.
You're going to die someday.
Matt,
Whoa, that's
really-
deep. I've never heard someone
Matt
say
Cole's
that.
dream world. Mortality exists.
Stop trying to get me to kiss you, okay?
Have I been doing that?
Yeah, this whole time
Jesus.
you've been looking at me with kissy eyes. And I've been like, Matt, I will not make out with you.
Wait, are you a little boy?
Oh, you mommy's little boy?
I'm just wondering why the pedophile bell went off.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's automatic.
I don't know where it comes from. I haven't seen it yet. It's like one of those
God.
fire.
It's angels getting their
alarms.
wings. Duh.
Yeah, that's it.
Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
The movie sucks.
You suck. Are you kidding me? God. I think. What? Why'd you say
Because you just put your forehead to the microphone and look down.
I do that all the time like a unicorn.
I think it's time for another ad break.
Yeah, please. Oh, I thought of something we should do an ad for and I can't remember it now. Isn't that annoying?
Do you like listening to podcasts?
Mm-hmm. Sure do.
Do you like talking about sex?
Freaking yeah, duh. Have you met me? I'm a little crazy girl.
Cool. Do you like not talking about sex also?
Yeah, I like that too. Like talking about normal stuff too, because I'm a normal girl.
That's cool. Do you like things that are titled like very dirty blue things, but then you just don't talk about those dirty blue things?
Yeah, what's dirty blue? Like
dirty blue?
Darker blue? Is that like indigo?
Well, you should check out yeah, it's indigo. You should check out a podcast.
Are you doing an ad for the Sexperts right now?
Yeah, you
Oh my god. Friends of the pod, the Sexperts.
Nice.
It's the podcast where they talk about dirty blue.
It's the podcast where they don't talk about dirty blue, but they pretend to talk
Everything
about dirty
but
blue.
sex.
Yeah.
It's everything. Yeah, expert.
And you've heard the host of the Sexperts here on How Embarrassing. Producer Matt Cole is one of them, but they use different names. I can't remember.
Jesus.
I think it's Little John and
Hey There Delilah.
And Hey There Delilah.
And Brian Garraty, who was on last week's podcast, he's the other host. And it's the two of them, and me and Jeff have been a guest on it, and I think our episode was so funny.
It was a blast.
Yeah.
I know this is a commercial, but that was a blast.
Yeah.
Is this an ad right now?
Yeah, this is an ad.
Yeah, this is a commercial.
I kind of don't want this ad anymore. Like this is like anti. Like I wouldn't listen to Sexperts listening to this ad.
What the fuck? We just did you a fucking favor.
Poured our heart out.
Now I know how it feels.
We just did you a goddamn favor, and you said like no thanks. Are you kidding?
Thanks, but no thanks.
God.
Okay, if you like content better than this commercial,
Whatever the
check
fuck
out
you do.
Sexperts.
No, don't listen to Sexperts. I'm anti-Sexpert.
Yeah, you know what? It doesn't make sense that someone would live in an iron lung nowadays.
Yeah.
The show doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So don't listen to it.
Yeah.
Now it's an anti-Sexperts
Yeah, fuck
commercial.
the Sexperts.
Yeah.
Now that's a good ad.
God. Ugh.
Thank you. That was very sweet of you guys.
Well, we freaking tried for once, and look where it got us.
Look where it got us.
I tried so hard and got so far.
In the end, it doesn't even matter.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The pipes on that little boy.
Gross.
Doesn't even matter.
So it's time for. It's time.
Oh, Jesus.
It's time for games and games. I'm upset with Molly.
Fuck.
Mary.
Kill.
Raise.
Fuck. Mary. Kill. Raise. Fuck. Mary. Can we make up?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's right. It's time for Fuck, Mary, Kill, Raise.
It's the part of the podcast where we give our guests four options, and they have to choose to fuck one, marry one, kill one, and raise one. Now, Erin, are you familiar with the game?
I am.
All right.
I have a lot of anxiety about this.
So you know the person you marry, you can never fuck.
Mm-hmm. Just like real life.
Yeah, it's just like marriage. All right.
And your
options are fuck, marry, kill, raise, me.
Me.
And
We found someone who listens to the podcast.
I love it. Okay, take it away.
Go.
So nervous.
No press. We should
Okay.
make a chart of how many people, like, you know what I mean, of everyone.
Ooh,
Yeah,
we
you should get your face
should.
stickers and like do a thing.
Can we have a wall of face stickers?
Oh my god, I have an idea.
I'm going to make it.
Okay.
I want to marry Molly.
Nice.
I think it would be fun.
That's awesome, and I just got health insurance. So.
Oh my god! So I need to marry you because I don't have it.
Yeah, it kicks in March 1st.
Wow, congrats.
Congrats.
Thanks.
It sucks though, because you just spend a lot of your money to still have to pay at the doctor.
Yeah.
Back to the game.
Sorry.
I heard it's an investment in yourself, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the Brian Garraty told me.
Friend of the pod.
Investment into yourself.
Right?
Bullshit.
He thinks you should
Yeah.
go to the doctor even when you're healthy. It's very confusing.
Yeah, but
I disagree hard on that
I'm
one.
too scared of doctors. I think they're going to tell me I'm dying.
who you fucking?
Yow. Who you fucking?
Yo. All right, whichever next one you want to choose.
Thank you for choice. I'm going to kill you for that one.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I wasn't
For
really
giving you a
going to, but
choice?
now we're here. I'm improvising.
Jeff
Whoa,
is a
no.
feminist.
No, I was going to raise Jeff.
Oh,
I get raised a lot.
Yeah.
What do you think that says about you?
That I should mature myself.
Aw.
Still
I should try to be a better person.
Well, maybe we can move to Hawaii together and we can start over.
Oh, it's expensive there. I don't have much money.
Jeff was famously born in Hawaii.
Yeah. At the age of 2, I said, this place is whack now.
Yeah,
place is
he popped out and he went, aloha.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Salami.
All right. Well, since this is Matt Cole's Dream World, I'm going to fuck you.
Yes.
Oh.
I'd watch the tape.
Yeah, and then I'll kill myself after that.
Oh, no.
Makes sense.
But we're going to have one sweet, passionate night.
Oh my god.
I want to hear that choo-choo.
Yeah.
The beep beep.
That was Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Race.
Marry, kill, raise. Marry, kill, raise. Marry.
Race.
Goes. Bongos.
Fuck, marry, kill, bongos. Fuck, marry, kill, bongos. This is a fun new
How long have you had
element.
those bongos?
I think forever.
Really?
They're probably Anna's or
Born with
maybe
them.
Bobby's. I don't know.
You just
My
never
roommates.
played them before?
No,
Okay.
I only need the train whistle. That's all I need.
True.
Well. Look where we are. We're at the point of the show.
Wait, listen to this cool noise I'm making.
People are turning off the podcast right now.
No, my dad would never turn this off. Except for the one time I told him he definitely should turn it off. And he listened.
Oh no.
Yeah, you knew he was going to listen.
He said, I heard this. Well, he heard the beginning of the story and he said, I didn't want to know what was behind that door. So he turned the podcast off, which was really smart.
He'll never know.
Anyways. It's time for another game.
All
oh
right.
my gosh, what are we playing?
We are playing...
Tell me more, was it like in a car?
Like in a car?
I panicked. Hee-hee.
We're playing a very fast game called Would You Rather?
Would you rather?
There's 2 options.
Would you rather?
And you choose one.
I don't know what one, which one, that one, who, that, what. I don't know.
We're bringing it back from the grave where it
You
probably
guys-
belongs.
You guys missed it. Would you rather? It's the game where we give our guests 2 options and she says what she would rather.
Wow. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. So it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah. So the first option is you are at your college that wasn't Harvard and you're in a room full of people who did go to Harvard. And they're all just talking about, like, you know, smart stuff. And you're sitting there being like, oh, no, I don't understand this. I didn't go to Harvard. And they all look at you and realize that you're the only one not wearing Harvard swag.
Yikes.
And they point and laugh. So that's one option.
And the second option is every time you have sex, you can only talk in the third person. So you're like, Erin wants more of this. Erin
so much
likes
better.
that.
Do you want to try again, John?
Yeah, let me try again.
Erin thinks that's good.
Okay.
And like, Erin's coming.
Do I have to call myself Erin?
Yeah, you're talking in the third person.
Yeah, but what if I'm like,
Lindstrom.
Mama. Mama.
Mother.
that doesn't happen.
You would have to
but-
say mother. You
Yeah.
couldn't say mama.
Mother.
Yeah.
Mother once.
Yeah, it's
Mother,
like
may
Okay.
I?
Mother.
it's like when Mike Pence has sex with mother.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Okay. So Erin. Okay.
Oh yeah, and I'm changing mine because
Because mine
it
was
should
good.
be
That's
it
too
should be
easy.
shorter. Yeah. Every time you eat chocolate, it gets smeared over your entire face to the point where it almost looks like you're doing blackface.
Wow. These are really
Jesus.
shitty
Every
options.
time.
Every time you eat any chocolate, it somehow smears across your entire face.
Okay. So do I give up chocolate or only eat it in private, or really switch up my sex life?
Yeah.
Right.
That's a really good one. I applaud you guys.
Yeah, much better than the
Thanks.
first
Yeah,
try. Someone didn't go to Harvard.
Oh,
It was Jeff. He didn't go.
Harvard.
Have it.
Park the car.
I think I'd go with the chocolate.
The chocolate
Really?
You racist.
I just like wouldn't.
one? Yeah.
I wouldn't eat it in public.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, you seem surprised.
I kinda-
well, yeah, you didn't ask
yeah.
enough questions because in this world, like there
Cole's dream
is
world.
so much paparazzi on you
Yeah, the
24/7.
pops.
Every window, they're
You
in
didn't
your
tell
house.
me that.
It's too
You didn't
late
ask.
now.
Yeah, you should have asked.
So
Well, then I'm just not eating chocolate ever again.
No.
Oh,
well,
we'll see how you do with
you
that.
also have a rare disease where you
Where Jeff sneaks you chocolate.
I made the wrong choice. There's no way to come back from this. Like, this is not good.
Yeah.
well, that was would you rather,
and
and I guess she'd rather be a racist than a sex freak.
Oh my
it's
god.
like there was no wrong answers, but that was the wrong answer.
I feel like my political career just left the room.
It's okay. None of us. It's pretty clear from this podcast. None of us are getting into politics.
Anymore. I had dreams before today.
Oh no! And now you're in a dream.
Yep.
Matt Coles.
This is
Maybe it's
50
a
shades
dream.
of fucked up.
Maybe it's a dream within a dream.
Whoa! Inception.
We could have incepted ourselves.
Whoa! That's hot.
I incepted myself earlier.
Heyo.
Oh my god,
Is that
Matt
why you
wants
were
to
sleeping
incept
so hard?
himself.
Mm-hmm.
Matt? Fuck, Mary, kill, incept.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I remember what the ad was going to be for.
It's a little late.
All right, wrap up.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast,
Thanks,
Erin.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
So me and Erin perform in a show together at the Push Comedy Theater Friend of the Pod the second Friday of every month at 8 p.m. It's called Girl-Prov,
Yeah, yo.
and it's all girls doing improv. And me and Erin also used to date the same guy.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that made it on
Yeah,
here.
I had to mention it. Well, I guess so. My current boyfriend is Barrett's ex. Erin. My current boyfriend is Erin's ex-boyfriend, and that's Barrett Sigmund. You can hear him on episode 3.
And we're just modeling conscious relationships and how you can get through anything.
Listen, women can empower each other.
Cool.
All right, for once, let's talk about women. And that brings me into my next point. This weekend, Saturday night at 8 p.m. at the Harrison Opera House, I am in a show called Panties in a Twist. It is the largest all-female sketch comedy show
What?
in the nation.
That can't be real.
It's very-
In the nation?
In the world.
In the world?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an oddly specific category, so
Pretty
The
fine
largest
niche.
very niche.
female.
So it's all women, written by women, directed by women, acted by women, women. And that is this Saturday night in Norfolk, Virginia at the Harrison Opera House. You can get your tickets online, or if you just DM me, you can get your tickets via DM. And everyone should go because it's actually been a really fun show. I'm very excited for what we're putting out. And
Also, the Opera House is really beautiful, so like,
Yeah.
you might want to just go inside and look at it.
yeah, and if you come to the show, bring tampons because we're girls and we have our period.
What?
Thanks.
Yeah, instead of throwing flowers on the stage at the end, throw tampons.
Yeah, because we're
That's a good
girls and we use tampons because we're women, and that's what women do.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, bitch.
Hashtag
is there
not
anything-
all women. Okay?
Also, don't forget to support us on Patreon. Follow us on all social media. Erin, do you have anything you would like to plug?
No. Harold Night. I'm feeling pretty down right now, you guys.
Oh,
What?
The chocolate thing's fucking with me.
No.
Oh my god!
I have like guilt. I feel like I need to issue an apology.
Nope.
Well, we do
Erin.
have one more question for you.
The answer is yes.
We did ruin your life
I
today?
think so.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my god!
You've changed me as a person.
You are
Erin,
very
the
welcome.
Would you rather thing? It's actually hypothetical, so you can still eat chocolate.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot to
We
say it was
forgot
hypothetical.
to tell you.
I feel so much better. Thank you,
Yeah,
Thank you,
we're not really gonna do that.
Oh, you
That
poor
would be wrong.
sweetheart.
Yeah. So I'd like to plug. Hire me as your life coach after listening to this. That
Erin's
sounds
basically my life coach. She knows all about my aura,
She knows where I was born.
good. Perfect.
and she's kissed my boyfriend.
Oh my god, it was years ago. Get over it, Molly.
I think about it all the time, but in a cool, fun
Yeah, let's
way.
all vacation together soon. Okay.
I love that.
I know it was so fun.
I'm down.
Thanks for listening to
I'll
the
go
podcast.
So
How
this
embarrassing.
has been How Embarrassing, the podcast where we talk about all of
You're
our
just doing the intro again.
I know. I'm on
Thanks,
a loop.
Molly's Little Worms.
I'm on a
Mommy's
loop.
Little Worms.
Yeah, worms. Bye, worms.
You just listened to How Embarrassing Podcast with Molly and Jeff, a Go On production. If you'd like to be a guest on How Embarrassing and you have an embarrassing story, email us at howembarrassingpodcast@gmail.com.